All right, so let's see what we got here. I did do an unboxing on this unit. This is a UTE-73BT Alpine USB receiver with advanced Bluetooth. So I bought this particular unit because I wanted to go with a single DIN. I was going to do double DIN, you know, try to go with a more modernized look, but I chose this. You're gonna, it's a weird reason why I chose this particular unit, but honestly I picked it because I wanted to have access to the extra space that will be created right above it, so I'll be able to stash my cell phone right there. Honestly, that's really what I wanted it for, is just to put my phone, because my car doesn't, you'll see later, my interior doesn't have really any space for anything, so my phone's always just flopping around in my car. So I need to wire this thing up. This is like a, remember the old school head units where you would pop off the face so nobody would steal your stereo? So there you go. Once you go into the Del Mar Fair, where you're going to the movies, you take this off, put it in your pocket, take it with you inside the movies. Or just put it in your glove box, whatever. All right, so let's figure out how this thing gets wired up. Okay, so the wiring harness kit comes with actual directions on where to wire the, you know, which wire goes to which wire. So I just have to follow these. In theory, I'm going to be connecting this to this. This came with the radio. This is the adapter, I guess you could say, wiring harness. And so you see this is going to just plug straight into the head unit right here. But then the end of it is just raw wire. So, you know, in theory, what you do is you tap, you know, you wire this up to your stock wiring harness, which means you have to cut wires and stuff like that. But instead, what I'm going to do is just unplug that thing and then wire this to this, and then this is going to plug into my stock wiring harness, in theory. I bought some connectors, some fancy schmancy connectors. Went on Amazon, which I never do, and bought these. I prefer eBay. And I also bought this special tool. So this is going to be first time using this, so let's try it out. All right, here we go. I'm just going to follow the instructions. Some of these wires I'm not going to be using because I don't have a navigation system built into the radio. And some of these wires are for that, so I'll probably just tape those off or whatever. Crimp them off or something. And the main wires I'm going to be using will probably be these ones right here. I also wanted to show you a couple of things. So this came with the wiring harness, aftermarket harness. This came with the stereo, and then I have this, which is from Crutchfield, which is showing you how to basically install the stereo. So it tells you what color goes to what wire. But all three of those say three different things, so it is what it is. This is a fancy schmancy tool. I think I got this at O'Reilly's. It's kind of cool. You just put it in here and you put it in the correct gauge. So you only want to trim off a little bit of wire, maybe like 1/8 of an inch. Oh, that's too much. So like right there, should be good. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but that's a good amount. Let me do a little bit more. Just a tiny bit more. All right, so that's good right there. Okay, so then you get your thing, like I said, you put it in there. And like I said, it has to be on there just right. So sometimes it's easier to do the smaller crimp first, because that helps hold it in place. And okay, so now it'll be easier to hold it straight. You know, make sure you get it in there straight. Oh, I missed. There we go. Boom, that's gonna grab the wire. So this is the solid gray wire, so I'm gonna match that up with the solid gray. And this one should be a little bit easier because now I can hold on to both ends of the wire. But it is still gonna be tricky because you gotta hold it in there straight. Don't forget to put on your heat shrink. Because if you forget, then you're gonna have to clip your wires and do it over again. So make sure you slide your heat shrink on there first. So we get this on there. Just slide it over. Just you can heat it up later. All right, let's try it one more time. Let's see here. Boom. Boom. And let's see. Boom. Right there. Make sure you squish it nice and tight. Boom. There you go. All right. Almost done. Here, this plugs into my stock harness. This is going to plug into the back of the radio. All right, so I just got off the phone with tech support from Crutchfield, and they told me that this is some sort of computer, and it sends a signal to my car, I believe. So these two plugs here, one of them actually plugs into this, and so this will, you know, the red and the orange wire feed into this thing. And so I was trying to figure out where this goes, and it matches this, but I was like, well, how does this get power to my stereo? But it does it through magic. So now I just have to connect these last two wires, the red and orange, and I should be good. All right, so we're getting in on the home stretch here. Got all my wires connected for the most part. I think that's everything. See, these are all the speaker wires. It's the power, ground, illumination, power. This is for the antenna. And so this is an extra. This is for steering wheel control, SWC, since I don't have steering wheel controls in my MK4 Jetta. I don't need that, and I don't need this. So I'll probably just tape this up. So you're just gonna plug this in here. And this one is going to plug into the back of the stereo. And this is going to plug into your OEM wiring harness. So now, I'm going to go ahead and cover up these connections with this heat shrink tube. So just slide it over that. Make sure it's covered up. Take a flame torch, light it up. So I tried to use matching colors. I bought this kit. I think I got it off eBay or something. It just comes with a bunch of heat shrink, different colors. All right, so here we are in the car. About to take out this stereo. I have to buy two sets of these Ninja Stars because you need two sets. So I was wondering, I was like, oh dang, did they send me two on accident? Why did they send me two? So it's a removal tool. I got these from Crutchfield. Okay, so the reason why you need two sets is because one set on top. Hopefully that worked. And you have to put another one on bottom. I don't know if that worked right. We'll have to find out right now. Nope. All right, so these tools are garbage, didn't work. I think they're too thin and they just don't grab they just slip off when you try to grab the clips. That little snapping noise is the clip falling off. So let's try this way. Let's see what happens. Well, that didn't go well. Busted the antenna wire. See this thing, I don't know what happened here. This freaking thing got stuck in there somehow. Oh my God. I think I broke the antenna wire. Yeah. It's supposed to clip in here. Pretty sure. Like that. Yeah, I broke the clip. Now I'm still gonna get this thing out. Well, this didn't go as planned. There's a little piece of the bracket that broke off. Well, it didn't break off. It got stuck behind this plastic thing, and there's no way I'm able to get it out unless I take out the whole dash. So I just basically twisted it off. There's a piece I'm talking about. So this little piece right here somehow got jammed in behind here, and it's stuck in there. So this whole section right here is stuck back here. So I just went ahead and just twisted it off, and I'll have it stuck back there, so that way I can put my new stereo on. Quit messing around with this. I don't know why I never noticed this before, but this thing is all scratched up. Look at this thing. So I'll probably end up replacing this, but for now I'll just put it back in there for now. I think it just slides out. This clip pops off. So here's the stock wiring harness. It comes from the car. And let's see here. So it's going to plug in like this. Let's see here. Let's plug this in to the back of the unit. Okay. Let's put the key in and see what happens. Oh, there it goes. Static. Oh, at least I know it works. Let's connect the antenna. Yeah, it stays on. Okay, so I held the button down to turn it off. All right, let's try to hook up this antenna. So I bought this wire antenna adapter. So this plugs into the back of your stereo, and this plugs into your stock antenna connection. So just plug it in back here. Here's the stock antenna. Okay, so that just plugs in like that. Now let's see if we have any radio stations.
You are not out of time. You were born for such a time as this. So today, stop clock watching and start seizing your time.
Connect with Charlotte Gamble at air1.com.
It actually sounds better than my stock head unit. All right, so it's working right now. I'm going to be using Bluetooth. So that's BT audio. I just got to sync my phone with this. So I'll do that in a minute. But now let's put in the bracket to hold it. All right, so based on the pictures here that come in the instructions, A, B, and C are for 3 different cars: Mitsubishi, Subaru, and Volkswagen. But you can't really tell the difference by looking at them. But I believe if you look at the actual plastic pieces, you look closely, this one says sub on it, Subaru. This one says Metra, and then it says TP, so I don't know what that is. And this one says MIT for Mitsubishi. So I'm going to take that one out and the Subaru one out. So I'm assuming this is the one for the VW. And I'm going to use this one. All right. The only problem is the instructions don't tell you if this goes towards the bottom or if it goes towards the top. But if you look over here, there's a little slot right there. So I'm just going to assume that's where this piece slides into. So it'll fit like this. All right. So which means that these are going to go towards the bottom. So let's snap these in place. But you want this so you have the 3 little dots towards the top of the thing. So here's the bottom. So there's the top. So it's going to fit like this. Here we go. So this is going to screw in right here. But first you got to put on the bracket in front. So it's going to go on like this. Oops, I just broke one of them. Huh. Well, that was great. All right, so we got this other side one clipped on. So there we go there. Now we're going to put this on. And this is going to secure it as well. Comes with a bag of screws. So these are going to go here, 3 on each side. So let's put those in. So in that bag of screws comes 2 different types of screws. One's a flathead and one is a rounded. So you're going to put the flat one into the side here. There we go. Just like that. All right, so there you have it. You want them sitting flush. See that? Once they sit flush, you can stop turning because you're going to strip it. I already know because that's what I did right here. But other than that, we're good. So this is assembled. All right, wired up. Put some zip ties on there just to clean it up a little bit more. These are extra wires that are not being used. These are for the steering wheel control. This is the computer thing, and here is the antenna. So all this just gets stuffed in here, and then I put my stereo in. I am going to buy some black electrical tape to wrap all this though. Wrap this up just to make it look even more cleaner than it already is. So I got to head to the store, O'Reilly's, and pick that up. Went to my friendly neighborhood O'Reilly's, picked up 2 rolls of black electrical tape. Also picked up 10 feet of braided wire loom for added strength and flexibility, 3M. So I'm going to use this. I wanted this other tape. They didn't have it there. It's the kind the factory uses. You know, wanted to go with that OEM look, but whatevs. We're going to go with what we got. So I went ahead and cut it to the length I wanted it. And now I'm just wrapping it up. This is a 1/2 inch size braided wiring loom. I bought it a little bit bigger just in case. I didn't want it to be too small. So, but it kind of like wraps itself up. So that's cool. You could tape the ends if you want to, but I'm not going to do that. So let's cut a piece of that. It's about right here. Should be good. All right. Now, this is what I'm going to tell you. If you go to a professional stereo installation place, I don't know if they're going to spend this much time installing your stereo. I don't know if they're going to go through this much trouble to, I mean, look at that. Look how clean this is. You know, are they going to go through that much trouble to make sure it looks clean? I doubt it. So anyways, that's why if you want something done right, do it yourself. Okay, so pretty much this is ready to go. And let's install the stereo now. Oh, one last thing I forgot to install was this doohickey right here. This is a microphone for hands-free call. So here's the mic, and you just got to wire it through your car. So what I did is I took some electrical tape and taped it to the screwdriver, and I'm going to feed it down into the depths behind my stereo so it can come out behind and I can grab it from the other side. Alright, so here is the microphone connection. That's going to plug into the back of the stereo. Right here, it's even labeled for you. The red one says mic. So just plug it in there. The blue one is for a remote, but I'm not going to be using a remote. And then I do have the 3 connections for amplifiers, which I don't have any amps right now, but maybe in the future. See how that goes. Let's see, first things first, let's plug this one in. So the clip goes to the top. All right, and that's pretty much it for connections. So I'm going to stuff this other stuff back in here, tuck it down so it doesn't get in the way. The other wiring harness is already connected, which is a stock one. Antenna is connected. Let me go ahead and tape that together because I did break the clip on it. So let's take this off so I don't scratch it up. Let me tape that antenna wire together. Right? And then this you're going to plug into the back of your stereo. Okay. It's going to go back in here. And then this one, I'm going to tape this off here since I'm not using it. All right. Stuff that back in there. In that little pocket there. This wire, forgot to connect the microphone. All right. Oh, too many wires back there. In the way. All right, that should work. Okay, something else I didn't say anywhere. These are locking tabs, and I use these. It came in the kit, and it unlocks it from the side of the stereo, which allows you to slide this thing out. So this slides out, and then you lock this into your car, and then you slide the head unit in. So this is going to slide out. And then you're going to slide this into your car. Okay. And then you're supposed to screw these into the side of your stereo. But there's no way to get into that. I mean, there's no way to access that. So I'm going to skip that and take a flathead. Try the side. Oh, that one bends. That one bends. That one bends. Okay. That's bent down. See if I can bend this one down. Oh yeah, that one bends. That one bends. Okay. Alright, so that should be locked into place there. It's not going to come out. I'll show you what I did. You just take a flathead screwdriver and just stick it in here and twist it, and bend. That'll bend them in. So here, see, that one's bent in. You can see this is, you just bend it down by twisting it. So I got 4 on each side, and that's going to secure this in place. And now when you slide it in, it's going to be more secure. All right, now it should be locked in. Kind of scratched it a little bit right there. Okay. Whew. Now we should be good. Let's see, I don't remember which way this goes. It goes that way. Let's test it out. Slide it in this side first. Locked in place.
Muchas veces podemos hasta explotar.
All right, it's working.
Pero podemos hasta evitar o
Sorry
tomar
about the
malas
glare.
decisiones.
There we go.
Porque no estamos desesperados.
USB, that's right here. Auxiliary, that's right here. Bluetooth audio. Let me try to connect my Bluetooth, see what happens. Well, my friends, it is installed. What do you think? It's got a little cubby hole in there. You can charge your phone, the USB port right here. And if you connect it, it'll connect to your phone, whatever you have playing on your phone. So you don't even have to use the Bluetooth if you don't want to. Yeah, you can use that if you want to charge your phone. It'll also connect to whatever you're playing on your phone. And I'm pretty excited because I have YouTube Premium and it allows me to play YouTube videos without commercials. So I just connect into a playlist or whatever. And yeah, it's a lot cleaner. I don't have to charge my phone using the lighter anymore down here. You can also use the audio jack input here, or you can use Bluetooth. But if I show you the Bluetooth, it's gonna cut off my video camera. So what do you think? How do you like it? It was a lot of work, let me tell you. Much more complicated than I thought, but I like the way it looks. All right, peace. Oh yeah, one last piece of the puzzle. I just used the clip that came with the microphone and just, it's not fully on there, but it grabs it enough to hold it. So it's right here, pointing right at my face. And I just ran the wire down here, all the way through here, down the side, underneath, along the side. I just tucked it in here. You can see it. And then just tucked it underneath. And yeah, I already had it installed behind here. Plugged it into the back of the stereo and it works. So now when I'm talking on the phone, the voice will come out of my speakers and my voice will get picked up by this mic right here. So I can just use hands-free speaking, just like a new car. So I'm pretty stoked on that. And then of course I got the Bluetooth right here. It's already paired to my phone. Just did that. And yeah, we're good. Loving it. So this is the UTE 73BT. There's no CD player. It's just tuner and Bluetooth. Yeah, of course you got the USB and then auxiliary just in case you want to go old school, analog. That's it. Peace. Guess where this is going? Trash, baby. Done with it.